My name is Jesse Meekum with another episode of The Jesse Meekum Show, and I'm here each week obsessing out loud about spending purposefully, saving aspirationally, and giving joyfully. It all comes down to just giving every dollar a job. But today I want to talk to you a little bit about a trip that Julie and I just went on, and we were in Manhattan, a place we have grown to absolutely love. We lived there for a short while, for about 3 months with the kids, and it was a wild ride. And we went back just a little bit ago, and we were just kind of meandering around, which one can happily do in that phenomenal city. And we walked into a clothing store and just start browsing around. And I don't know if y'all know this, but I love jackets. I have a weakness for jackets and woodworking tools. And if I see a tool, I come up with the project that would require that tool. And if I see a jacket, I will come up with the reason why I need that jacket. And I'll use the word need incorrectly there.
I need it!
Anyway, I saw one from a brand I really like, and one where I know it fits well. And you can't have too many. Do I have that shade of blue? That was really the question that was on my mind, and I wanted it. So, what do you do? What do you do when those chemicals are just flooding your system? And it's just like, I want that thing. And I'm using jackets because that's my thing. And it's real. It's a real one. I'm not making it up. It's not some cliche thing. It's real. I experience it when I see it online. When I'm looking that way, I experience it if Instagram knows that I like jackets. It seems it knows. They seem to know that I like jackets. And I'm honestly just talking about it. My phone probably heard this, and it knows I like jackets. So they've got my number, and this is real for me. What do you do when that the chemicals all just start flooding in, and it's just like you really want that thing? There are all kinds of pretty standard, tactics that one can use. I do this a lot with books. I do this absolutely with books. I will not buy a book straight away unless I absolutely trust the person that recommended it to me and I have a flight coming up. Then I'll buy it. But I will put it on my Goodreads list, and it just sits and sits and sits, sometimes for years. That has helped me not have so many books that I own but have not yet read. People will do the standard 48-hour wait. I don't know how that works exactly. I've never really done that one where, I don't know, you set a timer and say, hey, Siri, set a timer for 48 hours. And she's like, okay. But that could work. The biggest thing we do as it relates to giving every dollar a job is just grab the want or need and stick it against the rest of your priorities. And if it's a really big purchase, you might just do the thing where you create a category. Some people call this the wish farm. And you create the category, you name it. And in my category, I couldn't name it jacket. It would have to be jackets, just knowing this is going to resurface. But if it's a big, a pricier item, one would maybe create the category and fund it a little bit. Make it real with $5 or whatever. But the important part here is if you already have the money set aside in your jackets category, then Jesse might go ahead and just say, hey, that money is there for this occasion where I see a jacket in a shade of blue I don't yet own, and I buy it. Or it could be a situation where the money isn't there fully, but I could maybe move some money around, a la our flexibility question. The question being, what changes, if any, do I need to make? And the information that I lacked at the time was the existence of this jacket in Manhattan while Julie and I are strolling around. So I can look at that amount that I want to spend, and I just say, do I have enough? No, I don't. Can I pull from other categories? And this is where the rubber meets the road. This is why YNAB works, because I'm now taking this, call it a whim. Like, I didn't know that jacket existed, so I didn't know I wanted it until I saw it. And you got to be honest with yourself about that. You got to really be honest. Like, listen, had I just chosen to walk past this store, I would not be having this dilemma that I'm having right now. So honestly acknowledge that. But then also honestly acknowledge that now that you see it, you kind of want it. And then just press that up against the rest of your categories. Do I want this more than I want that and that and that and that? And when you do that, suddenly all of reality gets to kind of weigh in on this sudden need that you're experiencing. And in that instance, that's when you're armed with basically all of the information you require to make a great decision. A decision that will have you buying the jacket and loving it and just owning it. I mean that in the metaphorical sense, but also the real sense, where you feel great about it. You can't wait to wear it. You have no qualms about this affecting any bill that's coming up, car tires that need replacing. You just aren't worried at all. You are thoroughly loving how you spent that money on that jacket. Or, as I did in this case, I stared at it. I browsed around the store. I went back and stared at it again. I browsed around a little more. I talked myself out of it. There were a few things that I could feel like I'm kind of forcing it a little bit. I had enough money in the category to buy it. But when push came to shove and I just kind of mulled it over some more, I just said, I'm kind of forcing this one. I don't really want it that badly. But did I feel good about that as well? Yes, absolutely. Living spendfully, where you're not nagged by that second guessing, is just buying something confidently and also not buying it confidently. Paying a bill confidently and canceling a subscription confidently. It's both. You can feel spendful, not spending any money. And when you recognize that YNAB's decision framework, these 5 questions, is really just helping you see all of the truth, inform yourself, and make the call. It is as simple as that. Do I regret not having that jacket? Do I wish I weren't, that I was wearing that jacket right now? No. There were a couple things that, I would have been kind of forcing the issue. But will I enjoy the next time I find just that perfect jacket that I absolutely need that's the absolute right shade of blue? You bet I will. And I'll be able to buy every jacket confidently, happily, love how I'm spending money on jackets because I'm doing that ever so important thing of giving every dollar a job.